Liquid hitting up the CT side first. EnVyUS on the T side. Now, you said the thing that people don't always kind of write into, let's say, the predictions or their mindset is how good Envy can be on this T side as well on cash.
Yeah, they have such strong hits on both bomb sites, and it looks like this is going to be a B pistol. And something they do really well when they hit B is they jump across this spot, like the main entrance spot of B. And all the American teams do it really sloppily where they run in a straight line. These guys are always just jumping around, never giving free headshots. And
you're absolutely spot on with that, but Hiko's going to have to just deal with this one as much as possible, and he is! That was a beautiful bit of work coming out from him. That's 2 kills in the bag, leaving this back in a predicament that they might actually be able to do something with here. Adren, though, was flashed out. And we are seeing the retake coming in through checkers, out of those vents coming in, but it's down to a 2v2 here. Bomb is by sight, and great stuff from Happy just to close it down once again. If you're starting to get hope, it's just removed by that man.
Yeah, and Happy does that a lot when you watch EnVyUS play. Yeah, he removes all the NA hope. Not even an ounce remains. But great start right there by Spencer. Hiko, he did hit 2 really nice shots there in those dual sprays, but Happy's always on the lurk, and you have to be aware of it, otherwise you're going to pay for it just like that.
Yeah, so already good start for Envy coming out. Maybe not as clean as they'd wanted, but regardless, around on the board is around on the board, and they've got the 3 rifles coming into play, 2 SMGs, and it looks as though just kind of, you know, split and pick it. They're not really focusing anywhere on the T side at the moment.
Yeah, this is a little bit different too, because EnVyUS does tend to do a pretty fast B anti-eco where they Molotov all over the place, like under the vent, in the site, in the vent itself, and they pretty much eliminate all the spots. This is just they're kind of feeling Liquid out, seeing if Liquid's going to anti-strat them on this map, and I think at this point they realize that Liquid isn't anti-stratting, so they're going to go into this B anti-eco. And I almost guarantee they're going to run that B anti-eco I was talking about next gun round, or next eco round, sorry.
We'll just keep our eyes on that one. A nice little trade again for Hiko, doing every single time doing a little bit of damage, making the most of it that time. But he does get picked up by the SMGs, and we're going to see the push coming out throughout this map, whether it be on B, on A. We've already seen that Happy's taking control by A, just kind of lurking away as he does. Once again, making a big difference, like that prior round at the very end. But the last 2 players, we've got Fugly here with the Scout and Adren. Adren's got the armor here, Fugly's got the Scout. Maybe they're just going to be a little cautious on this one. And the hunt does begin. Happy's going to find the barrel end of the Scout, but bomb being planted. Fugly found. Adren needs to be very, very careful here, but he might get caught up. But actually, Apex a little careless on that one. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch the rifle. I don't think... Oh, he did. He did get the kill in the end. So Adren actually might make it out this one in a really nice spot. Maybe.
Yeah, this would be a big save right now for Adren.
Sadly, just can't close out towards Kenny in the end there. So 2-0 coming in for Envy. Once again, not perfectly clean, but clean enough to keep them going.
That round right there is something EnVyUS didn't used to do. What Happy was doing was testing out the waters to see if Liquid's anti-sharding them right now. So he actually might think they are, because he took the A bomb site with relative ease, but it looks like they're heading towards B heavy. Yeah, they're going to do that same anti-eco that I was talking about.
Okay, so with the mollies coming into place, it does seem as though Apex and MBK both have those, so let's see if this is exactly what you're thinking. Actually, Hiko is going to be checking over there. And is it just like off the checklist of like Sean Gares? Just like, I tried to work out what you do list. Already you can see that Envy just taking this one over. Nicely done already. Just a little bit of the molly play towards that lower side of the vent drop. But Happy's just, this guy is just relentless in taking control. He's like a machine. He's already picked up the first and looking for a little bit more off the back of that. And he's going to find it too. Just shining out any sort of glimmers of hope of maybe getting a rifle away in these rounds. And now it's time to play towards this one. Great stuff from MBK. Lovely little spin on towards Fugly, and Kenny closes down the end, and a perfectly clean round here.
Yeah, again, Happy's just looking for information across the map. He doesn't want to send his players instantly into B. Typically, they would honestly speed that up a lot, but I think they're a little bit nervous that Liquid has some kind of idea of what they like to do, and that's why they picked this map. So they slow down the pace a lot. Smart play right there by EnVyUS.
Yeah, it's dangerous when they keep that sort of meticulous mindset coming in, and we're going to see the first big gun round coming out for Liquid. This is where they need to make that big impression, maybe start breaking into what Envy are doing, but Hiko already switching something up here. He's been playing out on that B side a lot, but pushing straight up towards mid, playing on the edge of that smoke, and actually, you know, keeping Envy a little humble at this point.
Yeah, I would have preferred Liquid to make an aggressive play this round, to be honest. So what Fnatic likes to do versus EnVyUS in a situation like this is they would push Kiyoshima on the B side of the map on their default because he's alone with an AK, and Kenny almost never gravitates over towards the B side with Kiyo. So it's almost a free push where you could take that sunroom area where Kiyo's hiding right now and get some form of map control on a low buy like this.
I'm wondering if Liquid are actually aware of this. Hiko has now kind of retaken his position over by that B side, but MBK has already found Adren, so it's going to make things a little harder, and it does seem like that B-take is going to come out from EnVyUS. 4 players now converging towards his site. Mo's going to be smoked out here. He can't really see the shot, but Hiko just gets picked up by MBK. Another brilliant swing out from that man, picking up 2 this round. Apex feels aggressive, pushes the smoke, takes 1 just by CT. And again, Kenny S once more.
Yeah, and that's what I was referring to before the whole best of 3 started, is EnVyUS has such a strong T side of Cash. They're able to take mid late like that with MBK holding warehouse. They end up boosting Kenny or Apex, depending on how they feel about it, up into mid. They have A main control, they have B control, so if you're not making aggressive plays and you're not holding mid, that is exactly what's going to happen.
And you know, as we said earlier, or as you were kind of theorizing, there's going to be maybe a couple of deagles and a flash and smoke here. We can kind of have a light discussion, but does it seem to you that Liquid actually are trying to anti-strat or kind of run anything in mind, or is this just maybe Envy being almost overly cautious of this and then just still but playing well overall? Because at the moment, Liquid don't seem that aware of what Envy are bringing.
No, yeah, Liquid's definitely not anti-stratting. If they were, they would have pushed an extremity of the map because they would know Happy goes door alone if he even decides to go there, because sometimes he doesn't go there, and Keo goes B alone. They would anti-strat one of those 2 things.
Mo is going to have a face full of information right now, and actually it gets a kill off the back of that. Kenny S will fold his hand. Mo did have a lineup on the other, but Nitro's gone and found Happy. This is much better work. Finally get some real damage done, but they can't recover any of these rifles. And as Mo does try to get one to hand, it was Keo who said no, and now it just leaves Nitro alive. 1 rifle collected. Nitro might just try and back away with this one at this point and try and live to fight another day, but there's going to be a lot of time for these guys to hunt if they want it as well, because they're taking the time on that plant.
Yeah, and this rifle is really big for Liquid's economy right now. Nitro's really trying to hold on to this. Another kill would be really nice as far as the possibility of breaking EnVyUS's economy late in this half, but they need to focus on themselves, so it's important that he saves this.
Well, it's going to be Apex who's going to have the shot on towards him. And Nitro needs to be extremely cautious. I think you might just have heard maybe MBK just leaping through mid, and he misses the shot, and Apex won't. You don't want to give that man a chance to just, you know, line up these shots.
You can see the smile on his face because he knew he missed an opportunity right there.
Yeah. And Mo had a bit of a chance here as well. He did manage to take that AWP away for a real second on towards Kenny, but beyond that, once he tried to get the gun back, once he tried to get some sort of weaponry to hand, it was like instantly Envy just closed the net there. So we are going to see the mollies coming out to play. Envy's economy starting to get extraordinarily strong at 5-0 here. And the CT side, well, they just feel as though they're being kind of bullied around this map, and I'm not really seeing much out from them just yet. And we are going to see maybe a little bit of a challenge through towards mid there.
I think this is going to be EnVyUS's set piece on A, where they smoke close tractor, far track towards highway. Oh no, they're just going to run out.
Why not if they're confident, I guess, but it does give a chance for Fugly to line him up and drop him down, and he does just that. 3 kills back to back, and a little careless maybe from Envy.
I don't know what they were thinking right there.
What, do you think that's just like a little bit of a oversight? Just like, okay guys, let's just push it, right? Let's just go.
No, it's that thing that you do in Counter-Strike when you're up a lot to a little, is you throw all strats out the window and just start playing random. And the reason being is because the other team's trying so hard to counter what they know you like doing. So you're just going to do something totally random. But this is just a little bit
maybe
crazy.
Too far.
Yeah,
right?
a little bit too far on the right end of that spectrum.
Well, Envy, let's be honest here, they were like 5-0 up. So like, okay, let's give that NA side a little bit of hope right now. Let's get them at least 1 round on the board here. So, you know, it does give a chance for the double AWP to come out to play. Now, this is something you were theorizing very early on this map. Certainly allows that a lot more than the first. Is this going to be the changing factor, do you feel? I'm trying to get hope here, man. I'm trying so hard. It's like, come on, give me something. Do I just need to stop praying? Do I need a miracle right now?
It definitely would help them out a lot.
You're trying so hard. I appreciate it, man. For the sake of it, right? You know, it's fine. It's fine.
I appreciate what you're doing. Oh, I do.
But we're all watching the same game, let's be honest here. So, okay, let's see what Mo can do. So we've got Mo and Adren on the AWPs now. It's kind of changing a little bit up for the CT side hold. We're going to leave Mo over by B. I think Hiko's still over that way. I'm not too sure, actually. And Adren's going to be AWPing by mid. And Kenny S is going hunting.
Yeah, and this is that mid default that EnVyUS is notorious for. Again, these B players are just going to get pinched on the site. It's the same thing that happened the first gun round if Mo doesn't hit a shot real soon.
Oh, he's spotted out one, and this may kind of be the cause and effect, and he just doesn't react quick enough. He just gets picked up by Checkers. Now Hiko's been playing the back and side well. He did get swung out last time onto by MBK, but at least he trades out on the 1 frag there. But still, Leaving it a 3v4, the T-side has the advantage, and Adren is burning alive. Has to back away from that shot with 30 seconds left. Again, that kind of close in through towards that B site. Keo being the swing out player, and MBK as well going through those vents. Liquid getting overrun every single time here.
Yeah, and Nitro shouldn't have even made that play right there. He knew Happy was lurking somewhere in mid. Happy's always lurking somewhere in mid. They needed to save these guns, and now they're going to be in a pretty bad economic situation. Actually, no, all 5 lived the round before, so they might be able to buy this next round.
Have to wait and see. Fugly might stay alive. How much money have we got here? 3.6 there.
I think Liquid might opt to save based on their economic situation, but they could force up with maybe a guy with like a pistol and a guy with a mag.
We'll see. It worked for Mo last time, let's be honest, and he was able to do something pretty impressive, but...
No, they could definitely buy here. They should buy here.
Let's see what they go for. You can see the Hiko's
Hiko's actually asking right now, are we buying or are we saving? Because people were arguing about stupid stuff.
You're gonna get frustrated at this point. Like even Semler was saying on the couch there, it was like we can hear Envy like mid-round having kind of like not discussions, but he's kind of frustrated moments. But a double stack out towards mid here, so Hiko kind of pushing forward. Nitro kind of supporting from those sandbags. Nice little bait out from both of them, just trying to bait Happy into that play. So they've finally taken down Happy in mid, but now there's still those other 4 players who've been pretty instrumental thus far towards this B hit. Going to force Mo out of position. He just gets swept aside. Apex deals with him. Apex again predicting exactly where they were coming from. Going to molly out, deny that push up, and force all of Liquid to just pour him through one dimension, essentially.
Yeah, and actually what EnVyUS just did was that anti-eco that they ran way earlier in the half that I said that they would run. They predicted that Liquid would be saving this round incorrectly. But it's such a strong strat that it allows them to enter the site just how they did. Apex knows really the only place for that guy to be hiding is in the vent, so he takes advantage of that. Just very smart situational play.
Well, suddenly they did get a little bit closer onto this one, but it's become a little bit impossible here. But Fugly is actually down to this 1v1. Time is not really on his side, let's be very honest here, and Apex has the plant as well. And Apex even tries to catch him on the heels on the way out, but both trying to make a mad dash to keep hold of these guns. Both do. So, I don't know where we're going to find the silver lining here, because really for Liquid, they tried to adjust and they finally went out in mid. But as you said, it was almost like, okay, Envy still went to kind of what happens when the other team are on the pistol rounds, right? So they went back to that sort of play and it worked still. So where can you stop this? Like there has to be a way to stop this. Is the lack of utility? Is the lack of bump? Like where does the buck stop here? Because surely Liquid need to do more than this. There has to be something.
Yeah, they have to play more aggressive. They're allowing EnVyUS to set up in middle, and they're ending up with 2 guys in the B bomb site, 3 guys towards the A bomb site, or even 2 guys A bomb site, 1 guy CT spawn, holding the Z connector lurk. And it's just putting the B players on an island, and the rotation gets smoked off. So they need to be more aggressive, stop Kiyoshima from taking that control like I was talking about at B, or taking door control so that way you can leave maybe 1 guy A instead of 2.
So, kind of embracing the Puggy style, or a little bit more aggression, that kind of confidence you can get in that sort of mixed team that we're just not seeing. And this was meant to be the map that they could be dominant on, and that was an absolute whitewash. So, the problem is you looked at Cobble and it was like, okay, this is great. This is them looking really, really good right now. But, suddenly that's just kind of dispersed, and they're left in the predicament that most people predicted coming into this game, that it probably will be a 2-0, and this one is looking pretty dire for them.
Yeah. The other thing you could do is you could try to save all your grenades. Save your smoke grenades in the B bomb site, and whenever you feel that B bomb site hit coming, you could smoke off both the entrances. But saving your smokes against a team like EnVyUS is easier said than done, because they have a fast gear also that they could instantly turn on at any given time, and it terrifies you.
You're always on edge. It's hard to predict a player, when they are so kind of, hit and miss. They can just go up that gear whenever they feel like it, but you can see once again that double stack out in mid. This time, though, Happy's not even challenging that one. I've already got him playing through by that squeaky door, but Apex coming around the back as well. Maybe a little bit of a set play towards A's about to come through, but they are also predicting that stack out, and that nade is going to catch on towards Nitro. And I actually feel for Liquid here. It looks like everything they try, these guys are just so aware, and Envy on the swing here, playing over by A, switching up to B, but look at Nitro. He's in the perfect spot here. He's going to get the drop on towards 1. He gets the tag towards the 2nd, goes back in, but Apex denies it. But Mo's got to know what's coming his way now.
Yeah, the Tron's all on Mo right now with this swag 7.
Let's see what you got, Mo. You made the big difference before on Cobble. You've got to find that form here, and he doesn't. Can he? Yes, just mows him down with a Tech 9, and it's Hiko again, alone. And another round on the board for Envy.
Yeah, and this is that deadly EnVyUS T side that I was talking about. At this point, the economic situation right now for Liquid is in such a bad situation that they could really only hope for 4 rounds this half. It's going to be a struggle.
And NBK looks like he hasn't even had his morning coffee yet. He's just having a little chill out, nice little yawn there. It's like, you know, 9-1 up. It's good, guys. It's good. But yeah, this is them just looking confident now. He gives a little pop flash out towards mid. Happy just taking that fight. Why not? Maybe trying to catch out the 2 players if they did opt to push up again. But this is the strategy you keep referencing. How they like to clear out. Now that's a difference. Nitro actually going to get the first. They're going to push out into the molly, but it just gives Apex the easiest shot of his life. And now 4v4. Let's see if Liquid have finally worked out how to stop this one.
Yeah, he probably felt like he didn't have much of a chance, and that's why I laughed, because a lot of people in Twitch chat probably don't understand why he would have made that play, but I'm sure HE nades were about to rain in on him, and he felt it. So he
Make
felt
the
like
most of what he can do, right?
He had to just die in the fire and hope for 1 more kill.
Yeah, if he swung out and picked up 1 and then traded out on, you know, a 2-1, that's not too bad. But MBK's move here was being slightly predicted. I don't know if that's a counter boost into those vents, but certainly both behind him right now, and Hiko's going to have the shot here if he swings out towards the left. It's a commitment and it's dangerous, and BK's looking. I don't know if he's heard a step, if he's got an idea, but he's predicting this so well. This is going to get dangerous. The spray down comes in and MBK wins it. He's got to know there's another player there at B, because the boost came out real quick, so Adren's on that rotate. He knows MBK is out of there.
Yeah, and he can really plant anywhere. He has so
he's
much...
taking the fight?
Oh,
he only had like 1 bullet. MBK, that is almost... That is cocky. Swinging out on the 1 bullet, I don't know if that's a mistake or just being sheerly arrogant. But and hell, if it works out.
Anders is giddy when he sees that plant right there. He loves fancy plants.
He does.
Anders is a man that enjoys his fancy plants.
Maybe MBK just giving him a little show, like, all right, we're 9-1 up. I might as well make my boy Anders happy, but still, here we go. MBK, 1v1 against Adren. And this would be a 3K for MBK if he does this, and I think he's got a very good shot at it right now, and he does. He lines it up well, and he just closes down the round. And again, the man who looks so calm and collected at the start, just pulling these rounds off so perfectly.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that he caught Spencer in the vent right there in that 1v1. Liquid did a really good job reading the hit. They recognized that it was that B hit that EnVyUS likes doing. Stacked over there, got all the kills they needed, just fell apart in the 1v2. So,
we are back into, once again, the... I guess the throes of the best that they can achieve at this point, and already it's tumbled down rather parlously. MBK's gone and found Mo in the first couple of seconds. And already this man who closed out in a 3K last time, kicking off so strong again, but this is a nice little start coming back in. Adren's found a little bit of a piece in that smoke that he can just find an angle through, sitting just on the back of that one. So now a 4v4. Well, it was until then. Kyo's gone and found 1, and now he's got back up, and it's just going so badly wrong. They're trying to take these fights, and they're just losing out.
Yeah, and they tried to do a little bit of what I was referencing, but they smoked off that left side, which allowed Kyo had to have time to get into the sunroom. You need to take that fight to the B player before he even has a chance to cross, because once he crosses, those fights are highly advantageous to him with an AK.
And it's not going any better. Happy's playing his role so perfectly at this point, denying even a rifle. Fugly, nice reply coming out.
Some great shots.
Yeah, he's not, you know, the thing is people question this guy with the op on occasion and say, you know what, throw him in game leading, throw him with a rifle, but he's certainly showing he does have capability here. It's just sadly not in the best of times. Expected where Happy was, but in the end got closed down on the side. So this is looking like the scoreline that I kind of expected on Cobble.
Yeah, this is definitely a little bit more what I expected on Cobble than Cash. I knew Liquid would struggle on CT side. T side, they had a chance. I didn't envision it being this hard for them, though.
It's a little bit heartbreaking here to watch, if I'm completely honest. Like, let's look at that scoreboard. Mo has 1 kill thus far in going into round 13, so a bit of a disparity to that last map as well, because he was playing really well for them at that point, but he's just not had these opportunities. He's not been hitting the shots he needs to, and let's be honest, he's barely been able to get an AWP into his hands, but this is just, you know, playing DM right now for Envy. They're just flying around the map, just trying to pick up these kills. Finally, Mo does at least get a rifle, but by this point, it's a 4v3. A boost has come in, so Fugly's going to get the drop on at least Apex by this point. But they're opening up everywhere else on the map, so they don't even need to commit to A, but he's going to make the most of it. Gets down 1, but can't find the second. Kenny's there, and it's Nitro left in a 1v3.
Yeah, I think he overcommitted a little bit on that first guy. Maybe he would have let the small fish go to catch the big fish later kind of thing.
Yeah. This is a bit of a brutal game. 12-1. Liquid The worst thing is you've got to be getting your hopes up after that first map, right?
Yeah.
Even in your mind as Liquid, you're going, okay, guys, you know what? We didn't pick up the win, sure, but it was still a close game. We were playing well, considering, you know, we have a stand in here. And then you go, okay, we're going into our map now. And then it just spirals so badly. And Keo's going to be going for just watching that push out, see if they do try and fight him on that front a little faster. So already starting to predict the counter to what he's been playing like this entire game, and he can switch back from that up. I think he's got a rifle with him as well, so just investing heftily into this. But boost comes in, Fugly's in spot, but I think they're going to notice that pretty quickly.
Yeah, and again, EnVyUS spreading out on their default.
Well, that's a great flash actually. We'll come back to that in 1 second. As finally they take a bit of aggression, take a bit of map control. It actually works out.
And that's what I was literally just about to kind of give Liquid a little bit of crap for not pushing the areas of the map, and they blow it up. There it is.
Finally, a little bit of a muscle just being flexed out by Liquid on this one, showing that they can have some presence here. Keo going to be switching back, just peeking in towards those B halls, and no one's really there just yet. So he was able to drop out that rifle at the start as well. So much money on the EnVy side by this point. It really doesn't matter to them. They can happily keep going throughout this game. But 2v4, this should be one for Liquid, but it does get a little dangerous. And MBK's the one just kind of peering over boost, just looking to see if he can catch out Mo peeking or see if anyone's there. And that is going to be him over. Smoke comes in, Molly to follow. Clears out mid pretty comfortably here, but two players are playing in on this side here. They're going to try and pinch it from both sides, so Keo's going to be just kind of like smoking out by that truck, just trying to do the default play to it, but MBK getting caught up means that they know exactly where Keo was. They get the time to take the shot, and they do. So finally, Liquid get another on the board.
Yeah. Glimmer of hope.
No. I'm not even saying that. No. I tried to do this earlier before it came to scoreline. You just looked at me like, why are you lying? Why are you always lying? We're not doing that. Stop it, Dank Memester. This guy, it's like you used to be so professional, and now you're like employed. It's like, nah, screw this, but still. Okay, so finally that little bit of aggression, that dash of aggression actually worked out, but you can't just do that pop flash and day main every single time, right? So I feel the scoreline is going to just remain this way. Like, what else can they do here? It's a nice little switch up though. Nitro's going to be heading over towards B, and Duran's been just kind of pushing forward in mid instead of Hiko this time, so maybe just switching roles a little bit here. Got Hiko just playing up on that site, and Fugly flying out. But again, this is one of the slower rounds from Envy. You said before, you know, they're known for being quite the aggressive team that just go in on these fights, but we're seeing a really nice different side to them as well. Yeah, and this is what I was referring to, is a lot of people have the misconception that EnVyUS is a fast-paced team and they have to rush, and things have changed. They're not that team anymore. Showing that they do have some real versatility to their playstyle, and thus far it's worked really nicely into this game, but first pick this time, going to head over towards Liquid, so maybe they can make more of this. A nice little boost towards the site as well. Fugly's going to make... Oh my god, did they just fail the boost on each other? That's given a chance now. MBK's found Mo, and they are just falling like flies. Fugly is completely blind, and that was absolutely appalling. Envy's just taken over the site, just stepping out. Yeah, I love that you're just laughing now. It's gone from like analysis to just like, nah. I was laughing because you're describing like you just smelled like poop or something, you know? Like, you were grossed out by what you saw. You know? Am I wrong? Don't make me be the bad person here. I can see your face. They can't at home. I can see what you've been like frowning at. All right, but the retake is coming in. It is a 2v2, and it goes as well as you'd expect here. Envy just with the lockdown. Stop laughing. Jeez, they're trying. All right, they get like a medal for turning up. I'm not laughing at them. It's mean. Everyone thinks you're this nice guy online, and actually, that's awful. Not true. It's awful. Everyone's finding out. But no, you did say, okay, the Liquids on the CT side, we're going to have a really rough time. Yeah. Now they're going into the T side. They probably needed a little bit more of a cushion than 2 rounds to work with here. Really? Fiffy walks over after watching the NA abuse go down. It's like the quiet fist bump of, I'm with you. he's one of us now. You know, he lives in NA. Oh, he's joined you. Yeah, so you can abuse when you live here, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. It's okay. So, okay, they're going to be going in. I'm trying to find, like, any glimmer of hope. And there's very little here. But let's talk about the T side of what, if there was more time to see, if they didn't only pick up 2 rounds, what does Liquid have to bring to the play here on a T side? They're going to have a lot of aggressive plays towards middle. Push EnVyUS off of middle, likely make them push in A main or door, because that's what they typically do when you take control of middle, and then frag those players. All right, well, 13-2, it is what it is. Let's see what Liquid can bring out here. They've got to just from the very offset, there's no 2 ways about it. They've got to be absolutely flawless in this, and Happy might just be Please check. No one checks, and he just gets complete all the information. He does get picked up by Fugly, and actually does minimal damage in comparison to what he could have done there, which means this 4-man just kind of hit squad is roaming around the map here, and it's actually working out. It may not be pretty, it may not be beautiful, but they're in on the site, and they should be getting that bomb down. It is a 2v3, Envy being picked up 1 by 1, and actually, you know what? Liquid have got another round on the board. Finally, Hiko closes down, and just a very simple, very aggressive take towards A.
Yeah, it's
and mid, excuse me.
It's what us NA players like to call the Highway Express. I'm not even joking.
Is that literally what it's called?
That is literally what it's called, the Highway Express. You boost up mid and you rush highway.
And would you call this maybe a puggy play that we're expected to see here? If it's the Highway Express, do you think we've finally seen the puggy style coming out from the T side?
Hopefully, I think that's what it will end. It alludes to a little bit more puggy play this half.
All right. So, 3 SMGs, 2 rifles. And Liquid kind of taking the time here, and we've got the 4-man stack out towards B from EnVyUS. That's about it. Well, I'm hoping Liquid have, you know, the caution in mind, not just to swing through towards that B side, because that would be rather disastrous. But Envy have relatively invested into this one. We've got a couple of AD Eagle on this. It's easy with Happy, nade with Apex still. And it worries me.
Oh God.
No. No.
Oh no.
Like, to be fair, I can hear the calls, and I literally said, let me go in first.
Yeah,
so hopefully they check, because this could get real bad.
Boost the bomb in the vent and just rush
Run
the A.
Run the hell away. Oh my God,
no.
this is going to go so badly if they don't check these sites. Kyo's found one. Hiko's, you know, keeping control on this, and there we go. They're keeping this in check. Mo just got caught out. It's Happy doing the work. Has he got time on the reload? Yes. He's back with a clip, but he can't do any more. But MBK on the rotate comes around, and it's down to a 1v1 here. This has been a terrifying round, and it could get a lot worse. MBK knows that he's not gone for the plant yet. One shot will end this one, and MBK, he's looking for it. Then gets the bomb down. He's only got the Mac 10 to his name. And MBK is looking for an angle, and he gets it! That is a disaster for Liquid. Again, you can see it on their faces, like they walked into that site, and I think it was Happy who was still at the back of the site with the CZ here, and he just stayed alive. Mo tried to get the bomb down here, and he was just like, what the hell? Suddenly Happy swings out.
I didn't even see how Mo just tried to I think I'll just plant now. No, you're not going to plant, Mo.
Definitely not. But I think that sums it up, right? That has been kind of the story throughout this game, whether it be in the first map to a very small degree, or into this map to a very obvious degree. But 14-3 now, everything being bought into here, and, you know, Mo's
has no armor with the AK.
What?
Why did they go?
Okay, switch it out. I was like, Mo, are you good right now?
You good, bro?
I think he's okay now. He's okay, but we are once again seeing quite an early B presence from the Envy side, maybe expecting a little bit of a presence there from the T side, trying to make the most of them on the kind of lighter guns, let's say, but they are going to be heading over towards the A side, so finally not just straight up committing towards B when they've not got any information elsewhere. Yeah,
but the thing about that last round is that actually I heard Adren, and I think we both heard Adren say, let me go in first.
Yeah.
They all just ran in.
Pile in. Maybe a lack of communication really being an issue here, or just kind of the lack of people listening.
They do speak several different languages, a lot like... wait, no, they only speak English.
Wow. Wow. And, well, it's gone about as well as we expected by this point. And, actually, finally, we are going to be seeing this one coming a little closer to a close. 50-3, you know what? I had my hopes high after that first map. I expected a lot from Liquid, and I think we're seeing every possible downside to having Noah stand-in, to having this kind of like mix-up in roster. Everything that could go wrong essentially has gone wrong in this map, at least in my eyes here. And Envy, well, they don't need help to be good at this map.
Yeah, EnVyUS is just a lot better on cash. That's what I gathered from this, is Cobblestone is a very open map, allows for you to analyze rotations, maybe make some mid-game calls, get picks and get 1 versus 1s in various areas, whereas Cash is not that kind of map. Cash is a pretty close-ranged map. You have to do things as a team. You have to force rotations as a team. Everyone has to be on the same page in order for you to be good on this map. And that's why I think Fifth Learning was saying this is a bad pick by them, and they should have picked Dust 2. They would have standed a much better chance on Dust 2, like you said.
Yep, I think we're seeing the proof in the pudding of that one. You know, maybe to normal standards, we could have seen Liquid doing a lot more here, but as said, with all the kind of prevalent problems, it has certainly shown itself. But Mo this time will at least get on towards MBK and find the rather important first kill. He has absolutely no arm to work with, and Apex just fancies his chances. Kyo's gone and got the P90 out to play with Fugly and brought it back to this 4v4, but he can't really escape right now. He makes a little bit of dash and actually does make it out completely unscathed. So now 4v4 on this T side, working with whatever they can scrape together. Have 38 seconds to maybe save a little bit of pride here, a little bit of dignity, because 3 rounds is not what you want to be kind of thinking about in those final throws. It looks like they're going to be heading back towards A. Got a Dren still over by B, keeping the attention really close there. 3 players actually from EnVy are committed over towards this side, but there's one man, and it's Apex. He's playing alright. He can hear them walking. He's definitely heard Hiko there. Nitro's out on the side. He's going to take that shot. Bomb goes down 1 by 1. They're pushing in, and 1 by 1. Apex was about to have his way with them and switch up to Tech 9. Hiko a little quicker on the trigger, but time is of the essence. I don't know if they've got enough time for the plant here. Adren tried to save the day, but the bomb goes down the final seconds, and it's all on Mo. 1v1. He picked up Kenny S. Can he find Kyo? On Kyo. Mo's looking for it. He makes a lot of noise, but he closes it down. Beautiful little shot coming out from Mo in the end. 3 kills for him.
The comeback's real.
The comeback's on.
It's
clearly,
on.
right?
That's it.
This is it.
That's all they needed.
It's done. It's done. A little bit of hope goes a long way.
I want to see the early GG, the FPL early GG right now. Can we get it?
Someone, please. Well, you know, it could be, 5 to 15 by this point if we actually look at it now. We've got, pistols coming out, but it's so hard to say this when it's EnVyUS, who are still so good on these rounds.
Yeah.
But still, this should be a couple more rounds, maybe being logical here, possibly for Liquid. They can hopefully, even if they lose the game, just not have that disastrous scoreline against them at this point and maybe build up something later on. But for now, there is a 4-man stack on this A site.
Yeah, and this is Happy playing into what Liquid is scared of. They're scared of running into another B site stack, which is what they ran into the last time, so this time he opts to stack A, which is a pretty smart call, because I know as a caller, if we're going to run into a stack like that on B, you're going to be fearful of that the next time, and either you're going to do a better job prodding, or you're just not going to go there at all. And Liquid's not going to go there at all.
They need to get this information, though. They can't just commit to this one. If they do, they are actually in trouble now. MBK's going to back away. Happy's all on his own by B. But the push is coming out, and they're not taking these players down, and now Kenny S has gone and found the first. Kenny S finds the second, and this has gone from bad to worse. If this goes to pieces, Liquid will be kicking themselves, but Mo and Fugly keeping hope alive. But they're still happy. And Fugly's a little low. Dren's tagged, but they shouldn't lose this. They should not lose a 3v1 like this. They've swung out, they've got the peak, and there we go. Closer comes out from Mo, and we're going to get another one on the board.
Yeah, good shots, I guess, hit by Liquid right there, because they did run right into the stack, and I thought Apex was going to be able to close out the round for EnVyUS, and Fugly hit a really nice AK headshot on him entering the A bomb site.
All right. Let's go a nice little spawn with the AWP here. I'm wondering if he's going to go for something a little more confident, but of course, at this marker, it's still quite treacherous. 5 to 15. EnVy back on the kind of force up here. Deagles are plenty, actually. A little bit of smoke here, a little bit of flashes. They're actually going for something off the back of this now. Boost comes out, and Apex is straight up in mid. He's actually pushed right through that smoke, and Happy's going to be waiting ever so patiently, but look at Apex. He's gone right around the back. This could be a disaster. Fugly gets completely executed, and now Liquid, who left scratching their heads as to what the hell just happened, and he wants more. And why was no one watching that? Okay, Mo switches round, finds Apex, but 4v4 suddenly got a little bit more dangerous here.
Yeah, and if Liquid makes an early play right now to the A-bomb site, they're making a huge mistake, because they should know that Apex killed their B-lurker.
Oh my god, Happy just had the perfect shot towards Adren as well, and no one's pressured him out, no one's pushing him out of position, no one's got a molly left, only one nade towards Mo. He's going to commit that in, but Happy still survives by 39 HP. He's got backup as well in the form of Kyo. And a couple of shots hitting here will make this one a real disaster, and it's starting to go so badly wrong. And now it's just Mo alive. He has to keep hope together with a little bit of luck. Maybe he can pull something out. He is fighting tooth and nail to keep his team, well, not even his team, but the team he's currently playing for, with a little bit of pride on the line here. But it's Kenny up against Mo. Bomb is put. You might have just heard that Mo say, Mo just shouting out no, but it is what it is. Kenny predicting it well, just takes him down on the plant for short. And it will be EnVy closing down the game.
Yeah, and EnVy